Hey guys, what's happening? It's the Kaiju Conservative coming at you with yet another podcast episode, and happy communist holiday weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's Labor Day today. I hope all of you folks out there who are lucky enough to get the day off are enjoying your long weekend. For those of you like me who are dumb enough to work in a place where you come in on the weekends and holidays, I'm sorry. I completely understand. Now, it's been an interesting weekend, ladies and gentlemen, mainly because Donald Trump is at it yet again. So he announced, or rather, Politico announced yesterday in an exclusive that Donald Trump was planning on making an announcement on the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, which was basically Obama's de facto amnesty by executive fiat program. He's expected to make an announcement on Tuesday, so tomorrow at the time of this recording, and he's widely expected to cancel the program, but he's going to be giving it a deadline, basically a sunset period of 6 months, which would place it canceling sometime around March 2018. So, of course, the left has been up in arms about this, screaming and hollering, "Oh, it's not fair, you can't deport the dreamers, they're just kids," even though only like 20%, I think, are actually under 18, and the rest are like average age of 26. But yeah, why not? They've got the mentality of children. They're about as entitled. Their sense of entitlement is about as big as a toddler's is. So yeah, why not? They're all kids. So the left's been going absolutely batshit crazy, of course, but people on the right too have been going batshit crazy, screaming about this 6 month period. How, oh, it's gonna be giving Congress an opportunity to pass amnesty, and it's Trump caving, and boo Trump, and never Trumpers were right, we should impeach him, and blah 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 blah, and on and on and on. Basically the same crap that you always get whenever it looks like the wind is blowing somewhat less favorably for Trump than we would hope. I mean, the people that are bitching about this on the right are essentially the same people that think Trump is this man-child that needs to be handled by, Steve Bannon or whoever. I started thinking a little bit about this. I started thinking, okay, we're gonna repeal DACA. We're gonna end it. We're probably gonna kick out the Dreamers, or at the very least, we're not gonna be providing them with benefits anymore, which is always a good thing. But why the 6 month sunset period? Why is Trump giving it 6 months? Why not just cancel it right now? Well, come to think, I've come to think about it, and there's a couple of things that spring to mind. There's a couple of ways that I see Trump's decision on DACA. Number one, addressing the 6 month period. The 6 month period, I don't see it as an opportunity for Congress to try and get their shit together and pass amnesty. Which, let's be honest, it ain't gonna freaking happen. There's just no way in hell that Congress is going to be able to get their shit together long enough to pass amnesty. I mean, for Christ's sake, they couldn't even freaking pass a repeal of Obamacare, something that they've campaigned on for 7 freaking years. They couldn't get their shit together long enough to do that. You really think that they're going to be able to get shit together long enough to pass amnesty? No way in hell. There's absolutely no way in hell that that's going to happen. So the 6 month waiting period, the 6 month sunset period, I see that as more of a, hey, dreamers, you've got 6 months to get your affairs in order. You've got 6 months to make arrangements and get ready to head back to your own country, or the country that your parents, brought you from. Yeah, I suppose you could see it as Trump's giving Congress 6 months to act on some sort of legislation that'll protect the Dreamers. But again, that is just, I'll be very, very shocked if that happens, especially in Trump's America, and especially on such a contentious issue as immigration. Because despite what the mainstream media is telling you, DACA is not popular, ladies and gentlemen, especially in red states. There's no way that Congress is going to be able to pass any sort of amnesty bill at all. Now, point number two. This whole decision, I see this as a boon to red state Republicans. Well, why is it a boon to red state Republicans? Well, think about that for a second, folks. What is going to be happening in 6 months? What's going to be kicking into high gear in March 2018? If you said the midterm elections, then you've just won yourself the internet, because that is exactly what's going to be kicking off in 2018. We're going to have primaries starting up. We're going to have people filing their candidacies. We're going to have things really start getting into gear. Ad buys are going to start happening. And all that's going to be happening as DACA is ending, essentially. So this is giving red state GOPers, the folks that supported Trump throughout the campaign, the folks that are hitching their success to his wagon, which is the right thing to do in this kind of environment, this is going to give them the opportunity to say, look, this is what you sent me to Congress to do. I supported Trump. Trump ended DACA. Trump ended an unconstitutional amnesty program. So this right here is a win that I helped create. Whether it's true or not, that's how they're going to spin it. And that's how these candidates are going to spin it. So it's going to give them an electoral boost. I think we're going to see a lot of GOPers that are Trumpsters in red districts. I think we're going to see their support solidify. The ones who are not in red districts, maybe the ones that are in more purple areas, I think we're going to see more primary challenges from folks that are hardcore conservatives that supported Trump during the election period, and it's going to give those folks a boost as well. So this is really a big thank you for the Trump wing of the GOP party. And that leads me into my third point. Now, my third point is a little bit more contentious, a little bit more controversial. But my third point with this whole DACA cancellation is that this is a big screw you to the establishment wing of the Republican Party. This is Trump tossing them a big old middle finger and letting them know that, hey, I'm not with you in 2018. DACA is not very popular at all. DACA is certainly not popular among Republicans. And in this sort of climate, with a candidate like Trump, with a president like Trump, who ran on, being tough on illegal immigration, any support for illegal immigration is going to hurt a Republican in the long run. It's not going to help them. I mean, all these GOP establishment types, they think that people love amnesty. They think that most Hispanics want amnesty for illegal immigrants. So what they're going to do, of course, they're going to go ahead and defend DACA. They're going to try and find some way for these dreamers to stay in the country, illegally preferably, and give them benefits and work opportunities, and probably let them vote, because the GOP thinks that they'll vote for them if they just help them along. And that is going to absolutely destroy a lot of these people, a lot of these GOPers. Now, granted, the big dogs like Paul Ryan, they're probably not going to be affected at all. I would wager that Paul Ryan is probably safe. He's definitely going to have a tougher time of it this year than he had last time around. But people like Paul Ryan, the establishment leadership, they're probably going to be pretty safe. The folks who aren't going to be safe are the folks that are in, the purple districts. These guys are going to have a tough time as it is, what with the anti-establishment, anti-incumbent sentiment running through the GOP, plus the fact that, the recent failure to pass a healthcare repeal bill, that right there, Trump wasn't blamed for that. The GOP was. Congress was blamed for that. So they've got those two hurdles to overcome. And then when you add on supporting illegal immigration through supporting amnesty, through DACA and the Dreamers, that just adds a whole nother level to this. And if you want any sort of proof of how tenuous the GOP establishment position is, well, look at Mitch McConnell's numbers. Mitch McConnell is hugely underwater in his home state of Kentucky. The most recent poll that came out showed him as having an 18% approval rate. That's almost as low as Congress itself. More people said that they would vote for a Democrat over Mitch McConnell, and that's because of all of this fallout over not being able to repeal Obamacare. A lot of people blame Mitch McConnell for that, and Mitch McConnell is the establishment poster boy. He, next to Paul Ryan, ask anybody who they think the establishment GOP is, and Mitch McConnell is the next name that comes up. So that right there just shows you how tenuous their position is. And then you're going to add on supporting DACA on top of that. It's going to piss a lot of people off. Like I said before, we're going to see, I think, more Trump-style candidates coming out during the primaries. I think we're going to see a lot more support for these candidates than we have in the past. And I really do think that we may see some of the people supporting DACA today, we may not see them in 2019 after the election's over. They may be retiring. So that's how I see DACA, at least. It's the at least that's how I see this whole kerfuffle over what Trump's planning on doing tomorrow. Now, will he do this? I don't know. Politico seems pretty confident that he will. A lot of the buzz that I'm hearing from all the other networks, they're pretty confident that this is what's going to be announced tomorrow. Trump could surprise all of us. He could come out and say, you know what, screw you guys. DACA's repealed as of today. Dreamers, get ready to go back to your countries of origin. Get packed because ICE is coming for you right now. He could say that. That would be awesome if he did. I don't think he will. I think he's probably going to go with what's been reported. But yeah, we shall see. But what are your thoughts on DACA, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think Trump's going to announce tomorrow? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm absolutely full of shit? Leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll talk things out. Thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen, and if you liked what you heard, don't forget to click that little like button right underneath the video. It does help the channel out. And hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notifications if you're on YouTube, so that way you know whenever I upload a brand new video. And I will see you all next time.